Welcome to the Encore Audio Archives YouTube channel. I'm Taper Dave, and this is my channel. I've uploaded hundreds of talks here that I've recorded at meetings in West LA, and I've also recorded conventions starting in 2013. I've got a bunch of those up. And Walt and Mary Murray, the original owners of Encore Audio Archives, started the company in the 80s, and Walt recorded Joe and Charlie's and a bunch of stuff down in Vista, California. My sobriety date is June 20th of 1994. I hope you find something you like, so please like and subscribe to my channel and comment down below. If you want to hear something that I don't have or that you don't see, I'll see that I get it. Anyways, take care and have a great day if you want to.
Okay, let's welcome our first speaker for tonight, Patricia.
Patricia, alcoholic. I want to congratulate the chip takers and welcome the newcomers. Welcome, Seth, and I didn't catch the other names, but welcome, you guys. And I want to say happy birthday to Prince, who is certainly a hard act to follow. They say never follow a child or a animal act, and so I think I'm fucked. Anyway, I also want to thank Jody for asking me to speak. Thank you, Jody. Sundays are generally my day of intense in-house navel gazing, and so I welcome any little reprieve, because it's tough, let me tell you. It's not easy. I also want to, I just want to say that I wore this shirt tonight in honor of my sponsor, who is here tonight. She's an ex-hippie, so I thought that she may enjoy this shirt. She's just hip, but she was a hippie. There's other reasons that I wore this shirt tonight, but I'm not going to share those from the podium. You can bet that. Let's see. Really pleased to be here. I came to the Marina Center when I was a resident at the Claire Foundation, and had a little over 30 days, and the van would come here in the morning. And, I felt immediately at home here. I walked in and I recognized my own people. I'm a low bottom alcoholic. I came here out of prison, and it wasn't my first trip. I spent all of my free time in my last 5 years or so of using on Skid Row. And I got to the Claire Foundation, and let me tell you, I had pretty much just spent the last 10 years or so of my life wanting to die, and I got to the Claire Foundation and into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I was given the most incredible gift, the gift of hope, that I didn't have to live like that anymore. And was also given hope that I would probably get my much-needed dental work done. Saw a lot of people in the program and heard them share about getting their dental needs met, which to me is more important than chicken McNuggets. Thank you. So one of my girlfriends in the program has a card that says, stay sober and win fabulous prizes. And that pretty much sums it up. I've stayed sober and I've won fabulous prizes. I'll be 4 years sober in December. And it hasn't always been the pink cloud thing, it's really, really good, and sometimes it's really, really difficult. And some days the best that I can do is that I don't drink and I don't use. And if I have told someone that I'll be somewhere at a certain time, I'm there at that time. And, I have a lot of areas in my life that my alcoholism manifests. And I'm left feeling a lot of feelings that those feelings that I drank and I used over for so many years. I felt different and I felt less than, and I felt afraid, and you know, I felt powerless, and you know, I have a program in my life, and I have women in my life that I can turn to, and that help guide me, and it doesn't always make it better, but it helps me to know, and this may sound terrible, it helps me to know that I'm not alone in my discomfort, that there's many women out there that I just respect and love and hold in the highest of esteem that go through the same thing that I go through on a daily basis. And I got to tell you, I've had moments in my sobriety where every single thing was okay, where I was completely at peace with myself. And it didn't matter that I was over or that I was, you know, all those things that I stress over every day. It was just okay. And let me tell you, that was not only was it not possible prior to coming to Alcoholics Anonymous, it wasn't even something that I would have been much interested in. You know, I came to Alcoholics Anonymous basically because I had nowhere else to go, although I had nowhere else to go for about 10 years. I had a staff member in Claire Detox tell me one time that she had lived in a bush, and I got so excited because I thought, God, even I didn't live in a bush. You know, maybe I can do this. And about 2 years into my sobriety, I realized that I may not have actually lived in a bush, but I've gotten high in bushes. And when I was getting high in the bushes, I had no permanent address. So for all practical purposes, I lived in that bush for that moment. And it wasn't just a moment either. I didn't make a bush stop if I didn't have, you know, a proper issue. And, you know, I lived in all the Skid Row hotels. I lived in porta potties, or you couldn't really live in those for very long because there was a lot of other porta potty people wanting to get inside. But you could definitely stop there for a quick one. And, you know, I have been given so much in Alcoholics Anonymous. I have some incredible women in my life. I have a lot of love in my life, a lot of laughter. I have a job where I'm respected. I have the trust of men and women alike in and out of job in these rooms. I have a very groovy bachelorette pad in Santa Monica that I pay for. I'm calling shots. I have a car that's legal and registered and runs. It's not piled up with junk. I'm going to Italy for 2 weeks with my #1 girl. Her father has a home in Switzerland next to George Clooney. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. AA has been very good to me. Is there a timer? Is there a judge? I would, I'm the kind of person, if everyone in the room flipped over a 10 after my share, and this woman flipped over a 9, I would just completely focus on her. Why? What did I do? What's wrong? What's going on? So basically what I did to get sober is when I was in detox primary at the Claire Foundation, I really have to thank the Claire Foundation from the bottom of my heart. What an incredible move that was. The night I walked through the doors of the Claire Foundation, I had paroled and made a quick stop on 5th and Spring, and got out there about 9:30 at night, and they had no beds. And a family friend of mine, he's my Eskimo, Richard W., he's got about 20 years or more of sobriety, knew someone on the board of Claire Foundation. And because my family, I had gone there, of course, at my family's urging. And I mean, I didn't want to live the way I was living. I don't think anyone chooses to live like that. But, you know, there may have been a little fear there. I'm not sure. So when I arrived there at 9:30 and they didn't have a bed for me, I called him because I knew my family would be calling to verify all my actions with him. I called him to say, well, they don't have a bed. They said, come back tomorrow, which was fine with me. I still had about $40 left. I'll be back tomorrow. And he said, stay right there. I'll be right there. So I kind of paced around out front, and he rolled up like just minutes later. And we went inside, and he was talking on his cell phone, SWAT style. And we went inside, and they said, okay, we're going to put this little cot in Frank's office for you. Frank was the manager at Detox Primary at that time. So so I went in the office. I went in my little room. I had a private room at the Claire Foundation. Went in my room and proceeded to light one cigarette after another. And let me tell you, it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And, you know, once again, it was a gift that I desperately wanted to deny. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. I'll be here tomorrow. What time? Like I was really going to make it. What time should I be here? And and then at that time on Friday nights, people in the 30-day primary program of the Claire Foundation went to St. Augustine's. So I went to St. Augustine's on my first Friday night in recovery on the streets, and there was a woman sitting behind me with a bag, and she was crocheting or knitting or some completely foreign activity to me. And, you know, she just looked like a lovely woman, and she was very friendly and began to speak to me. I think my dental work cued her in. So she began to speak to me, and she told me that she had lived by the Santa Monica Railroad tracks. And again, I was just astounded, thinking inside, God, I didn't live there. And she said, I said, you lived there? And she said, well, actually, I guess I just laid there a lot. Because I didn't really have anything but my kit. Hey, I'm sorry if let me just say right now, because the last time I spoke here, there was a small outburst because of my drug-a-log thing. I was a teenage alcoholic, okay? I was a stone-cold, blackout drinker, wet-the-floor kind of gal till I was 19 or 20, and I cured my alcoholism at home. And I cured it with heroin, and it worked for a long time. But I'm a stone-cold alcoholic, believe that. There was a little outburst, a little melee last time I spoke here. It was great. Someone ran up and said, don't listen to him, Patricia. He didn't take his meds today. So anyway, if you feel an outburst, I definitely encourage you to just let fly. So this woman told me her story, and I just was stunned because never in my wildest dreams, and I'm somebody who recognizes another junkie, never in my wildest dreams would I have seen her and recognized myself in her. So I was quite intrigued, and she gave me her phone number. Some other women had given me their phone number, and I didn't have any luck in getting a hold of them. I didn't have anyone else to call, thank goodness, so I called these women who gave me their phone numbers. And this woman came and got me and took me to a Wednesday night women's meeting that was held, surprisingly enough. I should have been warned by this, at her home. So immediately, you know, I was kind of put in the arena with the big dogs of sobriety on the women's set. And after 2 or 3 visits to this Wednesday night women's meeting, I asked this woman to be my sponsor. And she told me in warning, which again I did not heed, that they call her Doreen the Marine. And, you know, I kind of looked at it like I used like a Marine, so I may as well have a sponsor who's considered a Marine. And And very shortly into my sobriety, I think around 90 days, I looked around Claire's adult recovery home, and I didn't see anyone else calling their sponsor at 6:30 in the morning to read them a 10th step. And I didn't see anybody else doing, you know, various things that my sponsor had told me to do or suggested that I do. So I said to a woman, Cindy, who worked in detox at the time, thank you so much, Cindy, wherever you may be. I said, you know, I'm thinking that maybe I need a new sponsor. You know, I kind of got a lot on my plate right now. This is, you know, this is not so very convenient for me. And she said, I don't know, I'm old school AA. Maybe you should pray to surrender to your sponsor. And that didn't sound like such a great idea to me, but I did it. And thank goodness, because again, the best things that happen to me are the first things I reject. And thank goodness that, you know, I had this woman in my life, because she's been the most incredible gift for me. She's my spiritual mother on every level. And I just love her so much. She has so transmitted the program of Alcoholics Anonymous to me. I've recently just thrown myself headfirst into H&I. I have a commitment, an H&I commitment. I did clearance so that I could go speak on the panels at Twin Towers. Penal panels. They're called penal panels. I had a woman call me, can you do a penal panel tonight? Sure. And let me tell you though, those penal panels, they're great, dude. I literally had a spiritual experience doing that. I'm guessing that one or two of you may have been incarcerated at some point. And you go in the police door, and you go down the police hallway, you go up the police elevator, and when you step off that elevator, here's court line coming back from court. And let me tell you, I could have got on my knees and wept. And I am the last person in the world that you, if you had known me, and I did know me, would have expected would come to share their experience and strength and hope with these women. There was literally women in the audience, that attended the panel, that I had used with, and women that I had done time with. There were women who had gone through the program where I'm employed. I mean, it was just the most incredible experience. I truly had a spiritual experience doing that, and it's just been, it's been such an incredible trip for me, such an incredible journey. I don't know if I mentioned that I'm going to Italy in 10 days or less than 10 days. Did I mention that? George Clooney? Oh, I did. So, I may just have to carry the message of sobriety over there. Who knows? In between shopping, of course. But you know, I just want to say that Alcoholics Anonymous, I love it. It's given me so much. I love it. It's a lot of fun to laugh at stuff that I agonized over, that I still at times agonize over privately. But when I stand here and I talk to you guys and I listen to you guys and we all laugh, it's the greatest thing in the world. Where else can you go and say, hey, I haven't stuck a needle in my neck for 4 years, and everyone goes, nowhere. Believe me, try it sometime. No one applauds you. It's funny. And I just want to say that I'm really grateful that I get to share this podium. Hey, I noticed Beverly doesn't even need the podium. Did you guys see that? She stood on the side and talked in the thing. I was Jade, girl. And I'm really grateful I get to share the podium tonight with one of the big dogs of sobriety, Lynn P., who is, that's where I stole the phrase navel gazing. She tossed that to me like a bone, boy. And I caught it. Teeth first. Navel gazing, penal panel. Anyway, when you get to the point in your sobriety that you can try a penal panel, I strongly suggest you do so. It was really incredibly fabulous, I'm telling you. What a novel idea it was. So I just want to thank Jody again. Thanks, Jody. Jody's one of my AA heroes. And, you know, I love all you guys, and I hope you all get your teeth fixed. Thanks.
I think we got a great talk going on here. Thanks for watching the channel. Taper Dave here. Just curious, do you think this is better than Zoom? Okay, this is how I prepare my drone for launching. I like to do it inside the cab of my truck so I'm not standing outside in the weather. To install the joysticks for control, up and down, right and left, powered on. I have an Android phone that I use to connect it to the drone with. And it's actually controlled through the iPhone, through an app. Oops, wrong way. It's actually controlled through the iPhone, or through this Android phone, through the app. It's actually controlled through the Android phone, through an app, and you connect it through this short connection right here.
Remote control connected.
Remote control's connected. So I pull out the drone. I have to extend the legs. Long legs extended first, then the short legs. Remove the gimbal protector. Set that aside, then power it on one short burst, then one long burst. I lay it down. So I have to go to calibrate. So the drone's not connected yet. It shows you here as this drone gets disconnected, even though the remote's powered on. So the drone has to establish it's connected. So I go into the app to calibration mode. First I'll calibrate the remote controller. Start calibration. Out, in, oop, out, in, up, down, and then this little wheel is to control the gimbal. So it's calibrated. Go to gimbal calibration, start calibration, and then it calibrates the gimbal. I don't know if that shows up. The gimbal's moving all over the place. Changes, you can see it on the video. And I'm calibrated to take off. It's acquired 7 satellites at the moment. There are 26 satellites up in the sky, which it has to acquire before you can take off. So it's connected. It's got enough satellites. This is white. I can go to press this little arrow button, swipe right to take off, and it would start the motors if I slid this to the right. But I'll wait till I get outside. Don't want to do it inside.